How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. New brewery time, crowler time. In the form of Mortalis Brewings, it is their Artemis Pale Ale. 5.9% Pale Ale. Yeah, it was canned, it was crowlered, I should say, a whole whopping 2 days ago. And yeah, I got this from George. Not average George. George, Massive Troll Reviews George. He goes up to the kind of Rochester, Buffalo area quite often. He was up there. This is a new brewery that's been kind of popping off in that area. He's told me quite a good things, and I've heard some yammerings from a couple different people. I actually had a taste of one of their beers when I was at Equilibrium release once. It was a stout, and it was quite nice, so I'm kind of excited to give it a whirl. What does it say on the crowler? Mortalis Brewing Company, established, I assume, last year? I don't know. I can't read Roman numerals. 32 ounces. Like I said, Artemis Pale Ale. It was canned 2 days ago, or crowlered 5.9%. And done. They are out of Livingston County, I believe. Maybe? Sure. That works for me. Yeah. Love the labeling. Reminds me of something I can't quite put my finger on. Kind of video game-based stuff, maybe. But, yeah. Let's dive into it. So you're talking about a 5.9% pale ale. Let's see what she's got. She's got that haze, baby. You know that haze, it'll get you. So yeah, first things first. What are we dealing with? We're dealing with those hazies. I mean, big, rich, dense orange core. A little bit of light around the edges. Not too much, to be perfectly honest with you. Index finger and a half of infinite creamy top. I mean, it's a crowler pour, so it's going to be big and creamy and fluffy and all that stuff. It's because of how kind of agitated it goes into the glass. Pretty uniform bubble, sans a couple stragglers on that poop pour. And yeah, she looks like a big hazy. 5.9%. She looks more like a big kind of double hazy IPA. Let's get a nose. It smells nice. Very, I don't want to say muted, very subtle. In a good way. I mean, it's just soft kind of orange notes. And the whole orange, again, a little bit of fleshiness, a little pithiness, a little bittering in there too. Yeah, it's got a soft sweetness to it. Definitely kind of fruit-leaning, orange-leaning fruit-wise. And it has a soft bittering to it too. Everything comes on very soft in it. I mean, it's 5.9%. You're not expecting such over-the-topness. But yeah, she smells nice. Soft. Creamy. It's pornographic, isn't it? But yeah, she smells like a little 5.9% little hazy. Let's take a sippy poo. Cheers. Okay. I dig that. That's nice. I mean, rich, luscious, creamy mouthfeel. Huge amounts of orange. Just like different grades of orange. You get a little bit of real orange in there. You get a little bit of kind of creamsicle orange. You get a little bit of kind of orange candy in there. It's kind of all over the place, but there's a nice bittering component on the other side of things. Balanced. Not even like it's like a small bittering. The way that kind of sweet fruitiness, the way that fruit component of the hops marries with that sweetness of the malt, gives you those orange vibes on one end. It also gives you a nice bittering component on the other end of things. That orange just rides throughout the whole thing. Like I said, somewhere elevated beyond just a regular fresh orange, but not as far as like creamsicle orange, kind of like tempered a bit on that. Like if you were to draw, okay, here's real orange, here's creamsicle orange, it's not halfway even. It's about, a third of the way towards creamsicle. You get that soft little creaminess to it. I assume you're getting that from the oats, not just in the mouthfeel, but in the taste. Beautiful beer. Really nice. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of got that biting, kind of soft hoppiness around the edges. It's kind of one of those weird beers, but because it tastes like your new school dropout, all bitterness whatsoever kind of beer, but there is a bittering component to it. At the same time, actually, it's like the middle of the beer has this kind of soft, creamy, devoid of bitterness kind of center to it, but you're getting this nice kind of soft, relatively generic name. If you're going to lean anywhere, it's going to be just a pellety kind of green kind of hop, kind of biting on the edges, which just kind of ties it all together. It doesn't get one-sided. Yeah, that's nice. That's super tasty. I mean, 5.9% too. You're barking up the right tree right now. I mean, these are the kind of beers. This is the kind of impact level, performance all those kind of flash words that I want from a beer that's sub 6%. I want it to be impactful like this. This tastes like a lot of everybody else's. It tastes like Julius. If I'm going to sit there and tell you what beer I'm going to associate this with, and I usually don't do that in breweries or beer reviews, it kind of reminds me of like Julius. Different. The green is not as fleshed out and it's not as kind of ranky, danky kind of weediness green. That's what it really comes off to like me. Or off to me, like words, they're hard. Channeling my inner Yoda at the moment. But it tastes like somebody's version of what Julius is, but you're getting it at a lower ABV. So a lot of people pull this off, but they have to hit 7%, get over 7% to get to that level, to be at 5.9% and reach those kind of, that impact level for the way the hops are showing off, to get the sweetness correct and the way they can get those hops played not just in the bitter end of things, but on the kind of fruited end of things. It's pretty damn fun. I dig it. I like it. I would like this in 6-packs for $14 all day, every day, because it's absolutely freaking delicious. It's not. It's a hop juice bomb with enough bittering to kind of please the people who want a bit of that, but I don't think it will get too far in the bittering component. Even like I say it's balanced, I think a lot of juicy people will be okay with it. And by juicy people, I mean haze bros who like no bitterness. I think they'd still be okay with it, and I think it appeal to a lot of different people. I dig it. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, I can drink that all day. So let's talk about it. Is it one of the better pale ales that I've had as of late? Yes. I mean, you start talking about sub 6%, then it starts to get towards one of the best ones I've had. It's just that good. It's made well. There's no negative. There's no buttery cream corn, any of that stuff going on. It's really well made. The haze comes off as kind of a natural thing, not like a super kind of over the top, just throwing a bunch of ingredients, trying to get it kind of super hazy or super hoppy. There's like a reserved kind of aggressiveness to it. So I dig it that way. Valued availability, no idea. It was given to me by Herr George. Thanks very much, brother. And brewery only, obviously, Crowler. And leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like the hazies, if you like the orange leaning stuff, if you still like a little bitterness with your haziness, and you like Julius and you wish you can get it in Western New York, this is going to suit you proper. I really don't like to, drop other names of beers and other breweries' reviews. I just find it to be a little bit kind of meh, whatever. But I think that's a positive for what I said, because I don't usually kind of associate beers like that lately, especially from breweries that I've had limited exposure to. But this is pretty MTC stuff, and that connection between those two kind of popped in my head immediately, so just kind of tumbled out. So it is what it is, but really tasty stuff. Can't wait to try more from these guys. Let's put it that way. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little Mortalis beer right now. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.